High school does not prepare you for life. It prepares you for the next institution, college, the military, or a job. It never tells you what each of those institutions actually does to your finances, your freedom, and your future. There are 6 paths most American kids take after graduation, and for decades, one has been sold as the safe, obvious choice. But the data from the last 10 years tells a very different story. Let's go through all 6, one by one. Path 1, college. You graduate, get a degree, and get a job. That was the promise for decades. The average college graduate in 2025 leaves school with $37,000 in debt. 40% of graduates work in jobs that do not require a degree, and unemployment now nearly matches high school grads. For the first time in 50 years, a college degree no longer statistically separates people from those who never got one. To be fair, engineering, medicine, law, and nursing degrees are still the career itself, not just a credential. But the top 30% who pick high-return degrees win. The rest often break even, or lose. Path 2, the military. Underrated by people who have never run the numbers. An 18-year-old who enlists is paid from day one, with no tuition and zero debt. Housing, healthcare, and food are covered, building toward a pension for life. A soldier who serves 20 years retires at 38, with a monthly check, healthcare, and GI Bill benefits. Over 40% of veterans move into management and professional roles, with zero student loan. Yes, real risk exists depending on assignment, but financially, it is one of the most underrated roads available. Path 3, trade school, where the data gets genuinely surprising. A trade program costs $5,000 to $20,000. A 4-year university costs about $140,000. An electrician earns around $61,000 a year right as a college student is just graduating. By age 30, that electrician has earned $500,000 to $600,000 with zero debt. 47% of skilled trades workers now earn more than the median college graduate. The trades are quietly out, earning college in dozens of fields, and almost nobody is talking about it. Path 4, straight to work, which actually contains 2 very different groups of people. The strategic group builds real skills early, and by their late 20s is earning solidly on their own path. The drifting group takes whatever job is available and never builds anything specialized. "20 years later, that second group often remains stuck exactly where they started. Workers with no credential face a 20.4% unemployment rate in their first 2 years, the highest of any path. The difference between the 2 groups is not luck. It is intentionality, from the very first job onward. Path 5, entrepreneurship, romanticized constantly but rarely explained honestly. 90% of new businesses fail within 10 years. That is simply the reality of the odds. But most people who fail once try again, and that second attempt often changes everything. If failure is treated as tuition, the ceiling here is higher than any other path. The catch: the floor is lower too. No pension, no guaranteed paycheck, no safety net. This path is for people who have already proven they can sell, build, or solve a problem someone will pay for. Path 6. No plan at all. Graduates walk the stage with no idea what comes next. Just summer, then more summer, and an entire year quietly passes by. At 40, the gap between people who took any structured path and those who did not, is significant. Income, housing, health, and relationships all show the same pattern year after year. The absence of a decision is itself a decision, and it compounds silently over time. None of these 6 paths are sealed shut at 18. People change direction constantly. A college dropout at 22 can become a billionaire. A veteran can go to medical school at 35. A trade school graduate can build a company with 50 employees of their own. The data shows outcomes, not destinies, patterns and probabilities, not a life sentence. But the data does show exactly what high school left out, once you know where to look. The 4-year degree is no longer the automatic winner it once was. The trades are quietly out-earning college graduates in dozens of fields across the country. Entrepreneurship offers the highest ceiling and the lowest floor. The military remains the most underrated financial decision an 18-year-old can make. High school handed you a diploma. It never handed you this information. Now, finally, you have it. So which path do you think is really the best? Let us know in the comments. And if this helped, like and subscribe to The Basement Millionaire for more content like this.